Okay, my friends. Hey, I have a new make and take project for you all. Very regularly, I get asked, hey, is there a way to auto insert bulk images into Google Slides to kind of create like a slideshow where there's one image on each slide and it rotates. So we're going to do that. I searched high and low and there's not really many great free options for that. So I built one. I did some Google scripting and so I'm going to show this to you. What you'll want to do is make a copy of the Google spreadsheet that I'm going to share with you. And then once you open that up, I would suggest you put it in my case, for just my organizational mind, I needed it to be in like what I call a photo to slides project folder. And then within there is the document that you're going to make a copy of that we're going to use. And then there needs to be a folder that's shared, anyone with a link can view, which is where you're going to dump all your pictures in that you want to insert. So in this case, I have some pictures that I've added to this folder, and you can tell that I've shared it. Anyone with a link can view. And then so let's go to this document. There's kind of a multi-step process. So first, you're going to see a custom menu at the top, and it's going to kind of walk you through the steps. But first, what you need to do is paste the URL, the address of the folder that contains the images. So once you're inside of this folder, I'm going to go ahead and click inside of it. This is the address you need, the folder that contains those. I'm going to copy that address at the top, and I'm going to paste it into the C2. It kind of looks ugly, but that's where the script will look for the images. So step one is to, hey, go to that folder and get the address of each of the images in that folder. So I'm going to do step one. Now, what you'll see for the very first time is it'll ask for a Google handshake, and you may have to actually run step one again. I just wanted to disclaimer that. So now I have image files, links. That in itself is kind of a cool thing where you have links straight to an image that's in a folder, and it does that super quick. But then the next step is it's going to create a new Google slide deck, and then it's going to give you the address in D2 when it's all done. Now, this does take a little bit of time, so just know that you can kind of walk away and let it do its thing. And I will also tell you that while it's working and creating that document, it's going to create the new image slide deck in the same folder that you have your sheet, the sheet that we're working with, this photo to slides Google sheet. So that's where it'll live. And I'm going to pause this, and then when it comes back, I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay, I'm back, and you will see a couple new things that just all of a sudden pop up on the Google Sheet. First of all, there's an X for each image that is done, and the reason I did that is if you have, let's say you have 100 and some, pictures, it's going to take a long time, and Google Script has a time limit of when it can run, so you may have to come back and run that number 2 again, create slides. It will just pick up where it left off. So you can kind of do it in batches, if that makes any sense. And then the other thing is you have the new link to the Google slide deck. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on that. And it always leaves the first page blank for a title. You can even delete it if you want. But you'll see that now I have a slide deck that I can go through. Oh, it's my daughter. Oh, she's holding those two things up. Some senior pictures from back in the day. I'm sure she's thrilled to see this in this video. But anyway, you have a slide deck. Now, the other question I get asked a lot is, okay, so how do I make it so that it runs and just loops? So the other thing you can do is go to File, and then we're going to share and publish to the web. And then we're going to have it advance the slides every 3 seconds. I don't know, you can adjust that. It looks like you have quite a bit of options. I'm going to do it every second just for this demo, and then restart the slideshow after the last slide and start it as soon as it loads, and we're going to publish it. Hit OK. And now I have a very unique URL that if I come up here and go here, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, and it's just going to keep looping this over and over and over and over again. So there is kind of a way to go full screen. It's not as good as total full screen. Let's see if I can, yeah, enter full screen mode. So you will notice though that it takes the image and it maxes out whatever edge it hits first. It maxes out as big as it can go this way or this way. And so you'll notice that depending on the dimensions of your images, it may not fill the whole space. So just know that that's a thing, and you may want to, if you don't like a white background, you may want to change it to be a different color. But that's kind of what happens. So that's your make and take project for this Tech Cadre in February.